Hey there, welcome in everybody. J Mac here with you tonight, joined by a couple of my bros here. Uh, Everyone's favorite savory treat, Chris P. Bacon. How you doing tonight, brother?
Doing good, not too bad. I think the heat wave's coming, but other than that, not too bad.
Heat wave coming down your way, huh? What's the temperature like down there?
I think it reached close to 90. I think.
You can keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brandon saying keep it. What's it like there?
Right now it's 73. Been raining off and on today, but I mean we're feeling the heat, as we will call it, because I know it's not nowhere near Dallas heat, but you know it's been kind of steamy here. No wind, which really kills it, but yeah.
Yeah. What would you say? 80, 85?
Who, Chris or me?
Either one of you.
Yeah, we hit 90s this week, but it was 90s here is probably different than 90s in Texas and Arizona. I mean, but I think we've been averaging around 75 this past week. So,
all right. Yeah, we've been probably ranging between 75 to 90 here recently. And we was in Las Vegas last week over Memorial Day weekend, and I was talking to the front desk there person at the hotel, and we usually go in August. So this year we decided to go over Memorial Day weekend, thinking, hey, it'll be cooler outside.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not true. It was still, I think it was 95 was the lowest it was.
Oh,
The
geez.
days we were there, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was,
Did you go check out the new landing spot for the Oakland A's when they moved there?
it's funny. I didn't plan on doing it, but I'll say that we ended up there because we took the shuttle from the hotel.
Okay.
And we took the shuttle from the hotel, and it actually dropped us off at the Tropicana.
Nice.
Which is where they're going to be building the new stadium. So it's going to be pretty interesting. There was guys showing me some like artwork of what it's going to be like, and so they're going to have
looks sweet.
Yeah, so they're going to have the Tropicana casino in the front. That's going to be like the gate that everyone walks through. They're going to remake that into like the front of the stadium, and then it's going to it's going to have the walls behind it. You're going to be able to see the MGM Grand across the street and behind it. So it's going to be pretty interesting when it's done. But that's going to bring in a lot more fans for them. I mean, you're in Vegas on the strip, and you're like, hey, let's go watch a baseball game. Doesn't matter who's playing.
Yep, exactly. They're gonna sell out from day one. I would say probably for the first 5 years they'll be sellouts, and it's not because the team's good. It's because everybody wants to go check out that stadium.
Yeah,
absolutely, 100%.
And then they'll go across the street to MGM and all that stuff. And
I really hope that they don't keep the A's athletics names. I hope they change it.
Like something Vegas-y kind of thing.
Yeah, high rollers, big slick.
Tricky,
I don't know.
It's going to be
some people there Big Slick, that's a good one. I hadn't heard that one. Some people there are trying to put it in to have a contest to rename the
Yep.
team.
They should.
Right, and they're saying some of the ones that I heard while I was there was sorry, I was distracted there for a second. So some of the ones that I heard some of the people there talking about was the Sun. One of them said the Las Vegas Jetters. So I'm not sure where they were going with that.
No.
Like lots of jets coming in. There was one that had
High
said,
rollers would be good.
it was something with gambling. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Well, it's going to be tricky because I'm not sure if there is a team. I think there is a team named High Rollers.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you're a major league team, you can buy out a trademark with no problem for sure.
That's true.
Apparently, unless you're the Washington
Commanders.
the Washington Commanders.
The Washington, who knows what they're going to be called? I mean,
Yeah.
I thought, I know we're jumping ship on that one, but I gotta say, I thought from the beginning, I actually voted for them to be the Red Wolves. I think it would have been so much easier. You still are red,
Yep.
and you just put a wolf on the side of your helmet, or keep the W, because you could put like an RW and be the Red Wolves on the side.
Yep. But I guarantee that would have came back to bite them, and some tribe would have said, "Well, they're taking it after us." Why not just call them what their fans are called when they sit in the front row? The Hogs, Washington Hogs.
I agree with that one.
You call your fans that.
Yeah.
Your offensive line used to be called that. I think it was, or defensive line.
I think you're wrong. I think you could be wrong.
But yeah, why don't you just call them Washington Hogs? I don't get what the. I don't know. Is Porky Pig going to be coming in and saying that he's offended? I don't know.
By the way, I got to ask you guys: do you think we're in the wrong business? I heard that the Denver Nuggets mascot makes $260,000 a year.
Yeah, but to wear that stuff all the time,
Yeah.
I mean, for 41 home games, possible playoff run, and then that stuff's got to be hot. I mean, yeah, we're in the wrong business, don't get me wrong, but, to do what those guys do and to be acrobatic and stuff like that, oh, man, I don't know.
Give me a hefty medical, like a hefty medical insurance and an EMT on hand, and I think okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything on your mind? Let's just ramble on tonight. Let's just do a ramble session. Anything on your mind you want to talk about? I got the one topic I'm going to bring up here in a little bit to give you guys some time to think on that. But
let's see.
How about the Barry Bonds documentary? What do you think about that? That's going to come out.
Well, let's start with that. So, to me, I love baseball. I know cheating's wrong in certain aspects, but in sports world, everybody tries to get that upper hand. We talk about it all the time. It takes signs from second base. You try to figure out what they're calling as a third base coach. You try to see what the pitcher's tipping. Steroids, on the other hand, it doesn't make you a better player. It just makes you hit the ball harder, makes you hit it farther. Pitchers use it. That makes their arm strength. I'm done with the conversation on Barry Bonds and steroids. I just think it needs to be put to the background because everybody's using them to either get healthy or try to get the upper hand. It's just part of the game. Get over it, shut up, and put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Chris.
Ooh. Okay. Do you think LeBron's going to retire after the year? I know he says I know we say he's not, but he could, and then come back for his to play alongside his son.
Well, Chris, you posed that question to everybody, which is totally fine. But why don't you give us your insight? Why don't you go first and tell us what you think?
I think he could retire and then come back. I did see something where retired players can be owners of teams, and I know the NBA is looking to expand, so he could own a team and then decide to come back as a player and then play alongside his son. I don't know.
Okay. Anyone else got anything on that subject?
What are we talking about?
Right now, the topic is LeBron retiring and possibly coming back.
I mean, it's not. Jordan did the same thing. He bought shares of the Wizards, and then he had to resell them to come back and play for them. So it's not anything that's new. I wouldn't be surprised if he did it just to play with the Suns. But he did say that even though that's his aspiration, it doesn't mean that that's his son's, and he's okay with that.
Looks like
Yeah, but how? I mean,
Sarge sighting maybe.
a Sarge sighting, really?
But no, you go ahead, Big Bang.
Yeah, my thoughts on LeBron is I think he really wants to play with his son. And is he healthy enough to wait 2 years? Because he'll play next year. His son comes out the year after. Actually, I'm going to steal a take from another sports reporter. I forgot who it was. Can't give him credit. But he said that he feels LeBron retires this year, sits out, and then comes back the following year because his contract will expire or the Lakers will buy him out or something. He'll be a free agent, and then he'll go to wherever Bronny gets drafted at and kind of be a sixth man and only play like 14, 15 minutes a game just so he can say he played with his son. I think that's where we're heading to.
I can see that.
All right.
No, I'm still here. I'm just waiting. I was waiting to see if anyone else was jumping in or. Sarge is here. Let's get Sarge's take on this.
Sarge!
What are we talking about?
We are talking about whether or not LeBron James is going to retire, and what do you think his future plans are if he does or does not retire?
I'm still waiting for his coordination to be King James, so I haven't seen that yet. So I'm going to say he's not going to retire because he wants to. He has come out and said he wants to play with his son at least one season, whoever team it is. So I do not see him retiring with that. So he's just too involved.
Okay.
As long as his son doesn't get drafted by my Bulls, I'll be fine with it. I don't want LeBron anywhere near my Bulls.
Well, and that's right. You actually bring up a comment now that we're talking LeBron because I saw somebody try to explain how anybody that thinks Michael Jordan's the GOAT of basketball needs to rethink it because Pippen came out and was kind of shying away from how good Jordan was, and they were comparing it to how LeBron's played with so many MVP caliber players, and who did Jordan play with? Nobody. Jordan didn't win 6 titles without Pippen. What did LeBron do? So.
You know what? Scottie Pippen needs to just shut up because he's trying to stay relevant at this point. I mean, Scottie was my favorite player on the Bulls, but to say that Jordan was trash before he got there, come on, that's just stupid.
Well,
yeah. With that being
go ahead, Sarge.
I was gonna say, like, how many teams did Jordan play for? I mean, like before he got his titles, he only played for one team with those titles. LeBron, he's like a record player. He gets around.
Yeah.
He's like,
well, that's the whole thing. And everybody brings up stats and stuff. It's like, okay, Jordan went to 4 years of college. LeBron went from high school to basketball. So, of course he's going to compile more stats. Nothing taken away from LeBron's game because he does have skills. You give somebody more years to do something, they're going to break records. I mean.
Okay. I'm going to step in for just a second. I'm going to say whoever's about to talk, it's going to be the last comment we're going to have on LeBron, and we're going to move on.
All right.
God.
Go ahead.
Nobody
Not
got
all at
nothing to
once
say.
now.
Cool.
I'm
Okay,
good. We
so
can
we're
move
done.
on.
We're
Nope.
done with LeBron. LeBron is not going to come up again. Okay,
Good.
so let's see. We went. Let's see. We had Chris picked a topic. I picked one. Big B, what's your topic for tonight? What do you want to talk about?
Let's go to the world of football and talk about the Jets and how much do we think Aaron Rodgers is going to play this year? Because right now it's not looking good. I don't know how serious the injury is, but they're kind of hush hush about it. But he did get injured in practice this past week or so. So I mean, how much do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to play with the Jets this year?
How much do I think he's going to play with the Jets this year?
Yeah, or anybody.
I think most of the season.
We're going to save Chris for last because Chris is probably the biggest Rodgers lover in the group.
Yeah.
So let's let Mess Around go first. Let's get Mess
Oh,
Around's
God.
take on Rodgers.
You all know how I feel about Rodgers, douchebag. I can't stand the guy. I hope he doesn't play it down for the Jets this year, honestly. But it's early. It's not even training camp. Hasn't even started yet. So he only had a calf strain. That doesn't take too long to come back from. So I say he starts every game this year, unless they are going into last week and they don't need him because they've already clinched a bye or whatever.
Oh, Messer's calling for playoff. All right.
Sarge.
I think he's going to play all season. I don't see him missing any time whatsoever with the Jets. Playoffs, I don't know about playoffs. It'll be mostly their defense that carries that team to the playoffs. So that's my take on Rodgers.
All right. Big B.
I don't know. I don't know how well that offensive line is to protect him. I think he's going to play half the season. I think somehow Packers will not get the upgrade in picks.
Okay. And last but not least, the Rodgers lover himself,
Yeah.
Chris
I'm not.
P. Bacon.
I think he'll play. He'll play. Maybe majority of the season. If they do clinch, I don't see him playing. He'll probably sit out the remainder of the season. Calf sprains aren't that serious, and a lot of quarterbacks don't play in preseason anymore. I think he'll start week 1.
That's a bold take, Crispy. Very bold.
Oh, my God. There's a couple bold statements in the comment, which...
Oh, no.
That's a bold statement. Let's see if it works. That's bold strategy. Let's see if it works out for him.
Isaiah, one comment I'll give you for Baccarat is don't play it. There's no strategy to that game at all. Don't play it.
Just go all in, buddy. Just go all in.
You better. Yeah, go to the roulette table, put it on 000. That you probably got better odds.
Let's see what's he think. I think Rodgers plays every game, and I think the Jets will win the division and go, oh my God. Go to the AFC Championship. Jesus, man.
You want to bet on that one there, buddy?
Okay, the first part I agree. The every game part. You're releasing.
Oh yeah, I can see him playing every game. I don't think so.
I don't know.
That defense is legit, and they got Rodgers, and they already got some playmakers on offense. It could happen.
I mean, only Aaron Rodgers would complain about the players he has in Green Bay, then get signed by the Jets and ask them to sign all the same players that he had in Green Bay.
Right? I shared that post in the group chat.
So the thing is okay, so he's got the Jets winning the division with them playing Buffalo in the championship game. So you're looking at two teams that are going to have, in his eyes, 12-plus wins, one making the playoffs as a wild card, one winning the division, and then somehow getting through Kansas City and even I hate to say it, Jacksonville. I mean,
Cincinnati, even you're going to discredit
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Look, those are two teams right there. The last two teams you just mentioned. If there's any two teams in the AFC this year that can fight with Kansas City to be
Nope.
in the Super Bowl for the AFC, it's going to be Jacksonville and Cincinnati.
San Diego
I'll-
could possibly, or not San Diego, but the LA Chargers.
And the Chargers can do it too. I mean,
Yeah.
the AFC's loaded. The AFC's definitely loaded.
And I'll tell you one thing right now. Week 1, Lions KC. That could possibly be a Super Bowl matchup. I mean, Lions are legit. I think they're gonna do something this year.
Detroit's always going to Detroit, and they'll end up sucking when they're supposed to be good because everybody thinks they're going to be good.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, when is the Hall of Fame game? Can you look up
August,
what
like,
day the Hall of
4th?
Yeah.
I'm
Can
gonna
you
look
look
it
up
up.
when the Hall of Fame game is, please? And there's a reason I want you to look that up because we're gonna
Because that's the only time we'll talk about Troy Aikman.
Yes.
Oh wait, is Ben DiNucci starting that game? Is that why we're talking about it?
Music.
See,
I
Ben
don't know if-
Nucci could start playing for Denver. I could see that happening.
While we're waiting on Crispy to look us up, I got one for you. How about the Jay
Go ahead.
Cutler shooting a grizzly bear, a cinnamon grizzly bear in Montana? Everybody's making
You
a
know-
big deal out of this thing.
You know, you took mine, mess around. I was actually going to bring that one up, but no, that's fine. We could talk about it for sure.
So what was the whole story?
Look,
He went and he shot us. Go ahead, J-Mac.
I would say he went to Montana. Okay,
Okay.
he went to a sporting goods store, purchased legally. Like went to the sporting goods store, purchased at the Fish and Game counter computer. Okay, purchased a
Okay.
non-resident hunting license and
Okay.
bear tag. Okay.
Okay.
Went out, filled his tag, so shot the bear
Okay.
that he had the tag to go out and fill. Posted it on Instagram, and people lost their minds, saying that that is animal cruelty, and someone of his stature and his celebrity shouldn't be doing such things.
So he did everything legally by Montana law. He shot
Yes.
a bear legally,
Yes.
and he posted on Instagram or wherever, and he's getting ripped because it's animal cruelty, but everything was by law.
Yes.
Yes.
People need to grow up. We got hunted all over the place.
Exactly.
I mean,
You know, is-
people
is
go
this-
fishing. Is that cruelty to animals? I mean,
That's,
All
that-
right.
and that's what I'm saying. Look, I admit, like I used to be a hunter, okay, and I probably still would if I knew the places to go or the people to go with, but I haven't gone in a few years. But I have.
I ain't hunting no bear. I'll tell you that.
Right, but I have no problem with what he did. He did everything
Nope.
the way you're supposed to,
Nope.
and he's still getting shit for it. Like, but I have to say this. I was never a Jay Cutler fan because he was a Chicago Bear, right? Never a Jay Cutler fan.
Right.
But I will tell you, I am a Jay Cutler fan post-retirement. Do you know why I'm a Jay Cutler fan post-retirement?
Is it because of the divorce?
You know, it's somewhat about that, but it's
Oh,
also
no.
because I feel like him and I have pretty much the same personality.
Ooh.
Because when someone's like, you shouldn't be shooting that deer, and his Instagram comment back to them was, well, I don't really see me giving a shit about what you think.
Nice.
Yes. That's why Jay Cutler, to me,
But the thing is, if everything's done legally, who cares? I
the
mean,
only reason it's an issue is because he's a celebrity. He's got that status. Like I said in the comments, if it was me, it'd be like, good job, Dave. Way to go, mess around. Can I get some of that meat when you get it ready or whatever?
Exactly.
well, exactly. Yeah.
That's exactly what we'd say. We'd be like, that. Way to go, Dave. How about some how about some bear jerky, man?
Yeah.
Right? But
Nope.
because it's who he is, you got that celebrity status, there's cancel culture people.
Right.
I mean, what are they going to cancel?
I mean, hunting's legal all over. Every state has some kind of hunting laws that, as long as you're doing it legally, we're okay with it. I mean, if you would have went out and caught the biggest fish in the world, would they say it was cruelty too, or would they say, "Hey, good job"? I mean, I don't get it.
I don't either.
Did you find out that information for me?
I did.
Chris?
Do you want the game or the enshrinement?
The game, please.
August 3rd.
August 3rd. So by August 3rd, this is what I'm at. A little bit of homework tonight, guys. So you
All
have
right.
2 months from today, basically, because it's
Okay.
pretty much the 3rd already.
Mm-hmm.
By the
Yeah, it's the
3rd of
3rd.
August, okay, whatever that Friday is before that.
Yeah.
I would like all of you to come up with who's winning each division, who's going to the championship games, and who's going to be representing the Super Bowl. We do this before any games start, and then no one can say that we didn't call it before the season started.
All right.
Perfect.
Can do that.
I'll guarantee that the refs will be there in the Super Bowl.
There you go. The Zebras. The Zebras.
Probably
Are
not.
I guarantee it'll be an AFC team versus an NFC team.
There's going to be
That's fun.
fans. The fans will go to the Super Bowl.
Fans will
Yeah.
go to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Those that can afford it.
Please have a good halftime show.
Yes. can
That's
we
not
just-
guaranteed.
That's
No.
not guaranteed. That
Bring
is
the
not
Blood
guaranteed.
Bowl back. Bring the Blood Bowl back.
Oh, the Bud Bowl was awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Can't be Bud Light though. That's a huge problem in America right now.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, Kid Rock.
But hold on. But let me. This is the subject I'll bring up, and Sarge, I'll let you have yours next. But let me say it this way, and I just want everyone to know this. I personally don't have an issue. I'm very tolerant of anyone's lifestyle. You can live however you want.
Yep.
That's why we live in a free country. You're free to do what you like.
Yep.
But I think, in my opinion, where Bud Light messed up is they went too far the other way and catered to one kind of people instead of does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Go ahead. Keep saying what you're saying, because I'll comment.
I'm just saying that I think that they went too far one way, and that's why everyone got upset. Everyone's not upset about your spokesperson or what you did, but you now made it where any of us that drink Bud Light, we have to see it right there on our face. And I think that is, you didn't include, you talk about inclusivity, but you didn't include everybody in that.
I don't disagree with you. I think you're right on that aspect. I think where Bud Light went wrong is they threw the guy that put the campaign together under the bus. I mean, they rolled it under him. They had the bus back up. I mean, they threw it all on him, saying that the marketing team head honchos didn't know that this was the campaign. He went ahead and threw it out there way before it got approval. And it's like, are you serious? You think we're really that dumb that you guys didn't know what the campaign was, and he just up and overshot everybody and said, nope, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're throwing out there. I don't believe it. I think that's where Bud Light kind of messed up at.
No, I agree with that. That brings me the comparison of this show, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
we all have a say in the show, and I feel like that's our camaraderie. We all get a say in what happens in the production of the show. But that would be like Chris scheduling the show at 10 o'clock on a Sunday instead of 10 o'clock on a Friday, and then him going on all by himself. And I'm like, oh, but Chris totally made that call. No one else knew what was going on. He didn't share the link with everybody in the chat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one went above anyone else without you having prior knowledge of what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Sarge, what's your topic for tonight? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, let's talk about LeBron. Oh wait, we already did that. I don't know, guys. Like, I didn't know I was gonna be pick a topic. Boy, who are you guys taking for the NBA Finals? Let's put it that way.
There we go. We can talk about that one.
Nuggets in 4.5 games.
4.5 games. So 3 games and a half.
I say Nuggets in 5. I don't think
Yeah, I say Nuggets in
don't win
5.
1,
Nuggets in 5, yeah.
but I just and don't get me wrong. I mean, Jimmy Butler and the Heat are dogs, man. I mean, they are dogs. Okay, they will fight you to the end. They will not give up. But I just don't think they have enough firepower to overcome the Nuggets.
Oh, I agree.
Nope.
I'm gonna say Nuggets in 6. Actually, that's where I'm kind of headed towards on that one.
But I tell you, if they played like they did against the Lakers, I mean, it could be a sweep. I mean, I don't think it will be, but
No,
man,
see,
they put a licking on there.
Yeah, I'm not saying they can't play like they did against the Lakers because obviously they did once, but you know the reason why they came out and played the way they did against the Lakers because every media source in America was picking the Lakers to win that series. And the Nuggets were out to say, oh, no, not so fast. We are the best team in the West for a reason.
Yep. What about being a Boston sports fan now? You had the best hockey team. You had probably the second or third best basketball team. And, baseball is what it is right now. But, I mean, and you get bounced.
Didn't they do that last year with Philadelphia? Like every Philly team.
Yeah, if you're from Philly or Boston, it's not a good time for you right now.
Boston.
Well, did Philly lose like in a span of 1 year every major sports title?
Yeah.
Yep.
I know we brought that one up.
We did bring that one up. Let's see. What do we got tonight for some stuff that I saved throughout the week?
What about Boston College going in to make the playoffs like one of our lovely guys who don't know what he's talking about put in the comments?
You mean, he said Boise State.
Boise State, yeah, that's what it was.
I mean, they're a West Coast team, so that's enough said right there.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of interesting things from the week. So we don't really have a headline for this. We don't really have anything to scroll across the bottom. Maybe Chris can make something up quick while we're sitting here, but we'll call this.
We can put like this week in sports or something like that.
Interesting facts of the week. I don't know, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so did you guys see that thing I shared about the Portland Pickles?
I heard about this morning. I was trying to find
wait, what?
about the incident.
So the Portland Pickles, again, of course, they're from Portland, Oregon. They opened their season yesterday, June 1st. They are so you come out of college, and before you get drafted into the minors, there's like a short wood bat season in the middle that scouts are at, and they kind of see who's going to the next level. So that's kind of what this team is. Kind of that.
It's kind of like the movie Summer Catch, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're like the Cape Cod League, but it's the West Coast League here in Oregon. There's a team in Portland. There's a team in Springfield. There's a couple teams in Washington, a couple teams in California. I think there's a couple in Idaho. Anyway, so that's kind of this league. So the Portland Pickles said, breaking news, opening day, and we have officially surpassed the Oakland A's in attendance for the 2023 season.
Yes.
I know they're on our local radio station here. They're talking about it, and I was trying to find it, and then I couldn't. But
here's another interesting. Here's another interesting one I found. The 10 most penalized teams in one season in the NFL since 1940.
The Raiders.
So that is what, 83 years now? 82 years, 82 seasons.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
So here's your top 10 most penalized teams in those seasons. The 2011 Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
163 penalties.
Oh,
Jeez.
10 a game.
Wow. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot.
Right? The 1998 Kansas City Chiefs.
before Patrick
100
Mahomes.
158. The 1994 Los Angeles Raiders. 156.
I have
The
a feeling it can be on this list a lot.
The 1996 Oakland Raiders. 156. The 1989 Houston Oilers, 149. The 2017 Seattle Seahawks, 148. And then you have, in what would be 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place, would be the 1993 Raiders with 148. The 2010 Raiders with 148. The 2016 Raiders with 147. And the 2021 Raiders with 147.
God.
I knew that.
John Madden is just turning in his grave.
They have
That's crazy.
7 of the 10 highest penalty
Yep.
seasons in the last 82 years. They have 7 of them.
That's just bad. I'm just.
Well, they got a what? 7 in the last, 40 years? I mean, cut that in half. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Next interesting one. Crazy but true. LSU football last year made $56 million,
oh, I saw this graph.
Oh yeah.
while all their other sports lost $23 million combined.
And this is where you put. This is why football is king.
This is why football is king. The only 3 sports in LSU that made any money, football made $56 million.
Mhm.
Men's basketball made $1.6 million, and men's baseball made $569,000.
And
Wow.
So gymnastics, softball, women's basketball, women's track and field and cross country, men's track and field and cross country, men's and women's golf, volleyball, women's soccer, men's tennis, beach volleyball, women's tennis, women's swimming, men's swimming, all lost a combined $23 million.
wow.
Pocket change.
All right.
Yeah.
That's wow. Just wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Here's a funny one. You guys will all laugh at this. This is kind of the joke of the week, but you'll laugh at this one. If aliens landed here now and they said, "Take us to your leader,"
Yeah.
one of us would say, "No, promise me. I promise you, you will laugh at us."
I know.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of the South Park episode where the aliens come down and they give the cows the gift because they're the most intelligent species on Earth.
Yeah, no doubt, right? All right, let's see what else I got saved from the week.
So while you're looking at that, J-Mac, I got a question, and maybe I've just now noticed this. You know, it's college World Series time or whatever.
Yeah,
Has the game of women's softball really evolved to where it's like legit competition now? I mean, I remember they would put it on ESPN and all you would hear about was Jenny Finch or somebody pitched a perfect game or this one hit a home run for the first time or whatever. But, I mean, it's like a legit, this
Yeah.
person's a legit hitter. You got some good pitching going on.
yeah. So this is the way it was described to me because I actually inquired about that myself, and the way it was described to me is that Jenny Finch did for the game of softball what Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa did in 1998 for baseball.
I would even throw Tiger Woods in that conversation.
That's
what I
how,
was thinking.
that's how much of an impact she had on the game of softball.
Oh, she had tremendous, but I'm just like watching some of these games and they're putting up stats and and it was just like, wow, this game's really involved because anytime you heard about it was either Finch did this or this one team, hit a home run for the first time or something like that. And, I mean, it's just evolved to all around good competition. I mean, it's not all about one player now.
Nope, that's very true. Okay, so they polled America, and America came up with the best nicknames for coworkers.
This should be
Okay.
I
good.
love this.
All right. So you can nickname your coworker, and tell me if you guys have worked with someone like this. Kit Kat. Why would you think someone would have the nickname of Kit Kat?
Always
They-
on a break.
I was gonna say
Because
they
they're
need a break.
always having a break. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about butter knife?
I hate to ask.
Not the sharpest tool in the drawer.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking.
How about Justin?
I don't know.
Just in time.
Oh, that's a good one.
Does just enough to not get fired.
Oh, okay.
I like just in time, though. That's a good one.
They're not late, but
Motion.
they're just in time.
Right. Motion light.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's all it
Only works when someone walks by.
is. Yes,
Yeah, I've worked with a few of those.
I am that. Sometimes.
E.T.
Because they are on the phone. I don't know.
Come on, anyone that has watched E.T. should get this one. E.T.
Is he
ET
phoning
phone home.
You're
Yeah.
always wanting to go home.
They're always wanting to go home. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we saved the best for last. And this might be the best coworker nickname I have ever heard in all of these that I've seen. And I know for 100% for sure, Mess Around and I have worked with this person before.
Uh-oh.
So prepare to laugh because this one's hilarious. Birthday cake.
Birthday cake. I can't wait to hear the description on this one.
Right.
Yeah.
You call them birthday cake because everyone's had a piece.
Oh, damn. Wow. Wow.
Okay,
Was it good mess around?
let's
I
let's
must
paint a
have missed that
picture
day that you. Yeah.
for those of us that were alive in this year. Let's travel back in time to the year 1991. Okay, so we know that Crispy is out.
Yep.
But I believe the rest of us were around in 91. We remember 91.
Yep, greatest pitch game 7 in the World Series history.
Well, I wasn't quite going there with that, but we'll go with that one. So in 1991, one of the events that happened was, and I'm gonna name these off, okay, and then I'll tell you what's synonymous with all of them. Metallica, Pearl Jam 10, Guns N' Roses, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Soundgarden, and Nirvana. Okay. In 1991, all 6 of those albums were released within 44 days of each other.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Was that the Black Album from Metallica?
It was the Black Album from Metallica, yes. And let's see what else we got. We got.
Could you see them all putting on a concert all together at that
Oh,
time?
man. They could charge
God.
whatever they wanted and people would pay it.
Oh my God, yeah, they could.
They'll find a way to pay for it. Yeah.
I don't think there would be an arena or a state that would be able to hold that type of show.
All right. Well, while we got a few minutes before we go around, I got one thing I want to do quick for trivia, but we'll get to that in just a minute. I just want to. I think that we focus too much on the big four sports in America, so I just want to shout out some of these schools that have won a 2022-2023 NCAA Collegiate Championship that are not considered the big four of sports, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So we have Belmont University. They won the national championship for a cappella group. Ohio State won the national championship for Bollywood fusion dancing.
What?
That's a
Yeah.
thing. Wait,
That's the thing. Air Force, they won a national championship for men's boxing.
Okay.
Okay. What else do we got? We have University of Utah. So the Utah Utes. And not the Utes like Joe Pesci says in My Cousin Vinny. We're talking the actual Utes. Okay, never mind. Okay, you guys got the joke at least. Okay. So the University of Utah won a national championship for rock climbing.
What?
I've heard of that. One. Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we got here? We have
I thought you were
State
going to say for
won-
rock, paper, scissors first.
yeah, right. Virginia Tech won a national championship for dairy cattle judging.
What?
That,
These are not made up; they're all true.
I
I
yeah.
believe you.
No, I'm all for the cow judging. I'll do it.
That one's
Congratulations
got
to
the
the
best set of
Minnesota.
teeth on them I've ever seen.
Congratulations to Michigan State University. They won the national championship for co-ed dodgeball.
Dodgeball, yes. I love that movie.
At least it's a sport, I guess.
Now, here's one. The only Minnesota team on this list.
Yes, we made a championship. Stick it, Steven.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing too hard at that one. The University of Minnesota Duluth, okay,
All right.
won the national championship for forensics.
Yes. Come get it. I'm going out and buying my T-shirt.
Oh man, that's great.
That's awesome.
Forensics. What the fuck is that? I'm glad we got a title or something outside of women's basketball. Jesus.
Congratulations to Texas A&M. They have appeared on this list twice. So, Chris, here's yours, man.
All right.
They won a national championship in both meat
For what?
judging
Me judging.
There's no hope for mess around.
and wool shearing.
Oh my God.
So congratulations to your team. Let's see if we have one in here for Sarge. He's from Washington.
Yeah.
Don't see Washington's team in here.
Meat judging. God.
Meat judging, that's a real thing apparently.
What
So-
type of meat are we talking about?
Don't know. They
Danny
don't
coming
clarify.
down. He's a great meat gazer.
That's okay. We're on top of for forensics or whatever.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're basically like
Um,
NCIS or
Yeah.
CSI.
right.
Okay.
So one of the other best ones on here is Landscaping.
What?
Montana State University won a national championship for landscaping.
He should be in the
Bobcats.
category of the weirdest sport, not like
No doubt, right? We could definitely have another one on weird sports. That's for sure.
Do you have anything in there for sleeping?
I was looking.
You
I
know,
didn't
there is no
see
sleeping. We need to start that sport, by the way. We need to make that.
It is. You type in National Sleeping
any.
Contest.
It's a sport.
There-
Yeah.
It is out there.
I would win.
All right.
Yep. All you have
So
to do is buy a certain piece, and there you're in.
So you guys tell me if I'm spot on with these. I almost sent these to mess around just because he knows me and he knows that these would be great. These are two shirts that I was going to buy when I was in Las Vegas. One says, "I'm not always a dick. I'm just kidding. Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we all
And
could
this-
use that one.
And the second one is, "I'm the nicest asshole that you'll ever meet."
You should buy them both because those both fit you perfectly.
Oh God. And then I shared this one earlier in the week. This is the last one before we get into a little bit of trivia. Someone asked a sports fan if Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. This was their response. No. Because if Barry Bonds went to the plate without a bat, he would never have hit a home run.
Jesus Christ.
The fuck? Way to go, Captain Obvious.
Well, that's true.
Does the first name start with a D on that, or?
Yeah, right. Right.
God.
Yeah. All right.
God.
Real quick trivia you're going to get. I'm going to go around. I'm going to give you – we're going to get three turns here. The one that gets the most right is going to win. We are
That's what
going
she said.
to – yeah, I know. So we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to start with mess around. And the question is going to be every NFL team's leading passer in team history.
Ooh.
So mess around. Let's see. We will start with you. We'll start off with an easy one. You get the New England Patriots.
Tom Brady.
Okay, that's one. Sarge, you
You.
get the New Orleans Saints.
Okay. I need to pick a person, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who do you think is their all-time franchise leader in passing yards?
Oh, passing. Oh, yeah, that's Breezy. Give me Breeze.
Big B, you're next.
All right.
Big B, you get the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, God, that could be a tough one. I'm gonna go Big Ben.
It is Big Ben. He had 64,088 yards.
Okay.
Let's see. Crispy Bacon, you're next. And you draw the Green Bay Packers.
Brett Favre.
Very good. He had 61,655 yards. All right. Back to mess around. Mess around. You get the Baltimore Ravens.
Flacco?
Joe Flacco, 38,245 yards. Yes. Sarge, you're next. Sarge, you get the Oakland Raiders.
Oh. Oakland. Is it Rich Gannon?
It is not Rich Gannon. It is Derek Carr.
Wow. That's how I was thinking.
35,222 yards. Big B, next one for you is the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a tough one.
Ooh. Jake Plummer.
No, it's Jim Hart.
Got the J right.
I would have never
He set
guessed that.
he set the record all the way back in 1982, and it still hasn't been broken for the franchise.
Wow.
Franchise is still broken.
Yeah. But there's one that's been longer, and we'll get to that one in a minute.
Yeah.
Crispy Bacon, yours is next, and you get the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh,
I think I know this one.
Trying to think of all their quarterbacks. I don't know.
Ken Anderson.
Oh, I forgot about him.
really?
I thought it'd been
And
Palmer.
number 2 all time would be Boomer Esiason,
That's what I was thinking is Tyson.
who finished
Oh, I was
400
thinking. Oh, go ahead.
he finished 414 yards short of Ken Anderson for the franchise record.
Oh, I was thinking. The rifle, red rifle, Dalton.
No,
Dalton?
it is not Dalton. That was crazy. Back to mess around. Mess around. You get the Washington Commanders.
Ooh.
It's a tough one. Is it Rippin? Mark Rippin?
No, that's a good guess though.
Theismann.
Joe Theismann.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Tyson.
Let's see, Sarge. You're next. Sarge, you get the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Is it Mark Burnell?
It is Mark Brunell. All right, we're up to Big B. Big B, you get the Rams.
God. Everett. Is it Jim Everett?
It is Jim Everett. It is Jim Everett. I was going to say he was a very underrated quarterback when we
Very
watched
underrated.
him as kids.
Yeah.
Very underrated. Yeah.
I was just trying to think of somebody that was there that long.
Jim Everett was it. And we end with Crispy Bacon.
Cowboys.
Chris, you get the Houston Oilers / Tennessee Titans.
Oh.
Oh, this one, baby. You should get this. No problem. Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
Don't
Yeah,
over-
but no, don't overthink it. But
I don't know. I can't think of any other.
he's too old to know who it was.
He was
No.
a huge star in Canada.
Oh.
I just said it if you're listening.
And not Ben DiNucci.
No.
If you look up at night, you see it. You see it in the sky.
He was a
All right.
Viking.
He was a
Right.
I think it was
Campbell?
Warren
I don't know.
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon. That's right.
That's why I
But
said if you look up at night, you see it in the sky.
still to this day, the longest running franchise record non-breakage, let's call it that, okay?
Chicago
The
Bears.
quarterback with the franchise record for the longest amount of time in the NFL. Does anyone know what quarterback that is for what franchise?
Tom Brady for the whole NFL.
It's either Bobby Douglas or Sid Luckman for the Bears.
Actually, it is not, because Jay Cutler is now the all-time leading passer in Bears history.
Oh wow. Well, who's left?
Oh, I was thinking about the season. Yeah,
Brendan Whedon.
No, I'm talking for a whole franchise for their career.
Brandon Whedon.
Brandon Whedon is not. So here's the two longest.
Aiton.
Brian Sipe for the Browns. He has held that record since 1982. 40 years for the Browns.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I think there's a kicker in there.
Fran Tarkington for the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow.
Yes. He
Wow.
still holds the franchise record for passing yards.
Because we always go get the old guys.
33,098.
Because we go get the old guys all the time that think we're going to turn around the effing franchise.
You
That's
almost went to the
everything.
Super Bowl. Come
Well,
on. what are
I
you
mean,
talking about?
hey, you guys did draft Christian Ponder in the first round a few years back.
Right there is that.
Tavares Jackson, Joe Webb.
All right.
Culpepper was the last guy that was actually pretty decent.
Oh, come on, Cousins ain't that bad.
Cousins ain't bad, no, but
Unless you put him on prime time, then it's different. But
yeah. Vikings are going to finish 8-9 this year.
By the way, Chris, who is the Dallas Cowboys' all-time leading passer?
Ben DiNucci.
it was Aikman, but I think now it's Romo.
It is Tony Romo.
Tony, oh no.
Tony Romo. I mean, not bad for a kid from Burlington, Wisconsin, population 6,000.
Right?
Yep.
Undrafted.
Undrafted.
Not in the Hall of Fame.
It was,
Not yeah. You're telling me that Tony Romo doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame, but Troy fucking Aikman is in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
I think Romo will get there, not on his playing career, but I think mainly because of his broadcasting. I think that's how he got in.
See, this kind of proves like to get in the Hall of Fame, you need a ring almost.
I
That,
think he's got the. If Aikman's in there, Romo should be in there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but like
Staubach-
Chris said, it's not going to be because of his playing career. It's going to be because of his announcing career.
But I also think it might be a little help from Jerry Jones too. I think that will have something to do with
All
it.
right. You each get one. We're going to go around. You're going to say final words. We're going to get out of here. But in your final thought, I want you to tell me, in any of the four major sports, one player that should be in the Hall of Fame for that sport. It only needs to be one.
Ooh.
So we'll start with mess around.
One player should be in the Hall of Fame that is not Roger Clemens. What that guy did on the mound, which is he's a great pitcher. He should be in steroids aside, put that guy in the Hall.
right.
Final thoughts. Thanks
yeah,
for
go ahead.
watching.
Thanks for watching. Okay. Sarge.
Oh, kind of took mine there. You know what? I'm going to keep it baseball wise and put Barry Bonds in there because you know what? Even though he was alleged taking that stuff, man, he was awesome at the beginning of his career without being accused of anything else. So he was already on that path.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Big B.
Join us in the morning for On Deck. Well, myself, Chris, Tim Hendricks will be on there, and Big Dog Greg. My vote, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with two guys because what they done for baseball after the strike put the baseball back on the map, and that's McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
Okay. Chris.
We'll go with Sammy Sosa because I can't think of the others offhand. But join us tomorrow for On Deck. I don't think there's any Oregon Cougars football tomorrow, right?
Nope. It's a bye week.
Right.
I'm actually off.
I know. Back next week for that. So, but On Deck is tomorrow.
Oh wait, I want to change mine. I'm gonna go with Devin Hester. That dude, what he did special teams and kickoffs, he'll get there soon, but he should have been first ballot.
Okay. That's a good one.
Can I change mine?
No.
Well, if they change theirs, I want to change mine.
No. All right. Well, thanks for watching and listening. However, you get your local podcast. We couldn't thank you enough for what you give to us. I know. Lifelong dreams being lived in front of your very eyes. Could not do this without you. We thank you all so much. Go like, And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're starting to get the followers. We need them. We need them. Keep going. Keep doing
Joe
that.
Thornton for Hall of Fame. NHL.
It's always an adventure when Sarge is on here.
Right.
That's for sure. That's for sure. The guy I'll tell you should be in the Hall of Fame, Sterling Sharp. That'll be my final.
Ooh.
Tonight. Sterling Sharp just should be in the Hall of Fame for what he did in the very short time he was in the league. 7 years. Think about it. 7 years in the early 90s, and he had 595 receptions. Think about that for a minute. That was in a time when no one did that. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening. We'll see you all on the other side.